Hey guys, what's up? Megan here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be guiding you through my first new moon ritual of 2022 with the moon in Capricorn. The first thing I normally do for my new moon ritual is get the mood going. I go around and light candles, maybe organize my altar. The next thing I do, and kind of the first step in the actual ritual, is to do some yoga. So Capricorn rules the knees as well as the bones, so I did go to the gym and do some strength training for bone density before this. Today I'm doing a Yoga with Adriene video just because I'm doing the January challenge, but sometimes I just like to do free-form yoga poses. I go over some specific poses that you can do for Capricorn season in my Capricorn video. I will link that below. So I really like doing yoga before I do any of the more introspective practices, such as the tarot or the journaling, just because I find it really helps you get into your body and maybe helps your thoughts be less jumbled. I normally do yoga for about 10 to 20 minutes before I move on to the next practices. For the next part of my new moon ritual, since Capricorn is an earth sign, I did take this outside. I brought my handy dandy meditation pillow, as well as some crystals, and set up in my backyard. So the crystals I used for this were amethyst, euconite, howlite, and moonstone. I set them up around the edges of my mat to kind of form a little bit of a circle around myself. And I didn't catch it on film, but after this, I did smoke cleanse this circle with a lavender bundle. Seen here is my familiar Oswald. If you have any pets, I do recommend you try to incorporate them into your full and new moon rituals, especially if the moon's taking place during an earth sign, because animals are inherently closer to the earth than us, so interacting with them can really help you feel grounded. I like to start a timer for my meditations. I've found that I maybe have the tendency of cutting my meditation a little short, so I set a timer for 10 minutes and sat outside and just listened to the sounds of the forest and the earth. I go into more detail about the type of meditation I do in my Capricorn video, so feel free to check that out. When I'm done with the meditation, I move on to the journaling practices. I've really been loving these Spirit Daughter workbooks. They come with a bunch of guided questions for each moon and sun season. I go into more detail about the specific journal prompts I answer in my Capricorn New Moon Ritual Guide. I also like to take this time to set any intentions for the next month, and in this case, since it's the first new moon of 2022, I set intentions for the next year. With, of course, more pets for Oswald. After I finished my journaling, I moved on to a tarot reading. Clearly, Oz made this a little bit more difficult than necessary, but that's okay. I like to shuffle my deck 3 times and then cut it 3 times into 3 piles. The number 3 really resonates with me as far as tarot goes, so that's what I do. Again, it's really important to follow your intuition when you're doing any sort of tarot or introspective magic. It's not going to be as accurate if you're not doing what feels good for you. I like to spread my cards out and then use the ring finger on my left hand to pick a card. You can see here my ring finger actually twitches when it's over a card, so obviously I picked that card. I like to close my eyes and go for whichever card I feel either a tingle or twitch or some sort of pull. If you want to know the questions I asked, I did post them in my Capricorn guide. I post tarot questions for both the full and new moon every month. You'll see here that I do get 2 reversals, one for the Knight of Pentacles and another for the Nine of Wands. I personally do use reversals when I do tarot. Some people might say it's too negative. I just think it's good to be realistic yourself. Maybe the cards will tell you something you might not want to hear. I did think it was kind of hilarious though, because the 3rd card that I got, the Nine of Wands, was in response to the question, what energy will help me stay committed to my goals? And you can see on the card, it's basically a man fighting off a bunch of people coming at him from below. And if you're in any sort of creative field, it can definitely feel like an uphill battle trying to stay committed to your goals. So I just thought that was a funny card to get in response to that question. Again, I go over all of the questions I asked in my new moon video. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe got some inspiration on how to do your new moon ritual. Even if you're not into astrology, I think it's really important to check in with yourself every few weeks and just make sure you're on the right track. Make sure that you have some goals and some direction in your life. It's very easy, especially if you have a 9-to-5, to just get caught up in every day sort of being the same. So with these practices, you can guide your life in the right direction. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got some value out of it. If you did like it, I would love for you to stick around. I post new videos every week, and thank you so much for watching.